Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me for another fancy flow. Today we'll do a few stretches on our backs before we make our way up and into the standing sequence. So you'll want to make sure that you have a strap for today's sequence just to have handy, and just place it at the side of the mat on the right side, and we'll come down onto our backs. So as you come down, just hug the knees into the chest, rock a little side to side. You can take a moment here to set an intention for your flow, for this time you have on your mat. Take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, we'll begin to stamp the left foot to the earth and draw the right knee into the chest. Just give it a little tug here. You can rock it side to side if it feels good. If you want to, you can move into a half happy baby, grabbing for the pinky edge of the foot or the back of the hamstring. As you draw the knee down and in, and just breathe and soften your shoulder. And from here, your left leg can stay as it is, or if you're ready to extend it forward, getting a little more into the hip flexor, you can do that. Keep that extended leg active though. Let's take one more breath here. And then we'll bend back into that leg if it's extended. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into a figure four position here. Right knee sends itself forward a bit. You can stay here or hug the left knee into the chest. You decide if you want to add movement or just maintain some stillness here. And take one more big breath. And we'll go ahead and let that left foot land to the earth. Cross right ankle or right leg all the way over the left. Open your arms to a T position. Shift the hips to the right and then drop the knees to the left. You can send your gaze over to the right if it feels okay in your neck. Take one more breath here. And then we'll gently just begin to unwrap this top leg, drawing the right knee into the chest as you rotate your low back onto the floor. Left knee drops out like half of a butterfly pose. This is where you'll want your strap. Go ahead and wrap the strap around the sole of the right foot and then kick that right leg out to the right side. The shoulders can soften here. You can stay exactly as you are, energizing that lifted, extended leg. If you want to add more, you can lift that left ankle up so you can grab a hold of it with your left hand and just draw the heel in toward the pelvis. And just take a couple breaths here. You can keep tugging that right leg in until you feel a good stopping point. One more breath. Now from here, we're going to release the strap off of the right foot, bend the right knee, and just let the outer leg land over to the right. So you might just scoot your hips to the left a bit. Cross left ankle now on top of the right thigh, so you come into your figure four position, dropped over to the right. Left knee is pointed up, maybe slightly pressing forward. And then maybe your gaze drops over that left side. One more breath here. And we'll slowly bring the gaze back to center. Draw the knees back to center as well. And you can windshield wiper to release. Just be still for a moment. And we'll draw the left knee into the chest this time. Right foot stamps to the earth and just add a little rotation or movement, whatever feels right on this side. Eventually going through your half happy baby if you feel you're ready for it. Drawing the knee down, right leg can stay bent or you can extend it forward if you feel ready. Keep the feet active here just to help support you in this pose. 2 more breaths. We'll slowly begin to draw that right foot back to the earth if it's extended. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, coming into your figure 4 stretch. You can stay here, or you can hug the right knee in closer and enjoy a deeper stretch. Movement or stillness, whatever it is you need. And then from here, go ahead and stamp right foot back to the earth. Cross the left leg all the way over. Open the arms wide and then drop the knees to the right. Gaze might fall to the left if it feels good. Just giving the spine a little balance here. Let's take 1 more breath. We're going to begin to unwrap that left leg, your top leg. Right leg can stay open to the right as you drop your low back down. And then from here, we'll grab for our strap, wrap it around the sole of the foot as you extend that leg out to the left. As you draw it in, you can stay right here, or you can add the element of reaching for the right ankle with the right hand and drawing the heel in toward the hips. Wherever you are, 3 deep breaths. Good, and then from here, we'll release the strap from the foot. Bend into your left knee and let the outer leg land as you tip over to the left, cross right ankle on top of the left thigh, and open out into this figure 4 twist here. And then when you're ready, you can slowly begin to draw everything back to center. Unraveling, give yourself a moment here on your back. When you're ready, we'll make our way to the top of the mat so you can rock and roll or just gently press your way up. Whatever you do, take your breath with you. Eventually, we'll all meet in a standing position at the top. Inhaling to lift the arms to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms lift to the sky. Exhale, come down into your forward fold. Let the weight of the head go, knees can bend here, you can sway the torso, whatever feels nice. And from here, we'll rise up halfway. You decide if you want to move through a vinyasa, or you can just step back right into your down dog. Once in down dog, we're going to take the right leg to the sky. Breathing in here, you can experiment with opening out the hip if you'd like, or keep it more squared off. Take 1 more breath to square your hips. As you exhale, step the foot through in between hands. Once you've got the foot through, go ahead and bring both hands to the inside of the right foot, coming into your lunge position here. Breathe in as you dip your hips low, reach your heart forward. And as you breathe out, begin to shift to the back of the mat into a Skandasana side lunge. And just kind of hang on to this for a moment. On your inhale, we'll come forward now into our runner's lunge, hands to either side of the foot. Get your stance ready, and then we'll rise up into crescent. Arms lift up. And then as you exhale, grab a hold of either elbow. Low ribs drawing in, keep your core strong. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lean to the right side of the room. Lengthening that left side body. Inhale through center, and exhale, lean to the left. Challenging your balance a bit here. Inhale, come to center, and as you exhale, unleash the arms, cast practice the elbows and bend your back knee as if you could bring it down and tap the earth. Squeeze the inner thighs, reach your heart up and open. Take a big breath in and out. Inhale to straighten the leg, and exhale, lean forward into your arrow lunge with the arms cactus. We're going to begin to pulse the backs of the arms toward the ceiling. So on an inhale, take a breath in to prepare. And then exhale, begin your pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, scoop the arms forward and up, breathing in. As you breathe out, go ahead and open out to the long edge of the mat. Once here, go ahead and straighten your right leg. Reverse your triangle, right arm reaches up and back. And then as you exhale, once again to the back of the mat into your side lunge in the left knee. We'll create a rhythm here with this. Inhale, bend back into the right knee. Reverse your triangle. Exhale, shift it back. Left knee bends. One more time, inhale, come forward. And back. This time as you come forward, reverse your triangle, lean back. And as you exhale, settle into triangle pose, lean forward. Right hand to the shin or a block. Left arm might lift to the sky. Or for our purposes today, maybe you find a half bind. Left arm behind the back. Getting into the shoulder a bit, you could even drop right ear to right shoulder to lengthen the side of the neck. Keeping everything really open here. Chest is spinning open toward the space in front of you, maybe toward the ceiling slightly. And then when you're ready, we're going to just begin to bend into the right knee, coming into side angle. Now you can prop the right elbow onto the thigh here. You can maintain your half bind or go for any variation. Or you can begin to go for your full bind. Now you can use your strap by taking the strap behind your back into the left hand, right arm underneath you to link onto the strap. So we might want to use the strap just to work on keeping the chest open instead of overcompensating to get the bind, and then your chest is facing toward the ground. We want to keep our chest open. If you don't need the strap, of course you don't have to use it. It's just a tool. Take one more breath. And then we'll slowly unravel. Go ahead and walk yourself to the long edge of the mat and then around to the back of the mat, setting up for a pyramid pose. So left leg is forward. Left hand might come to the hip crease. Take an inhale, lifting you halfway up. And an exhale to fold you down. Weight of the head goes here. One more breath, maybe releasing both hands forward. And then we'll come back around to the long edge of the mat, just pivoting on your feet and fold down here. Now you can maintain your fold here. This can be your pose, absolutely. You can, of course, change it up to anything that works for you. And then if you want to go a little deeper into the right leg, maybe you begin to walk the hands over to the pinky edge of the foot and just kind of fold in that direction. If you want to take it another notch further, working toward our peak pose, you can put a micro bend in the right knee. Walk your hands forward once more. And then just begin to snug your right shoulder to the inner knee. Just see if you can make a connection, shoulder to knee. Right hand might scoot underneath you toward the space behind you. So we're kind of in a high skandasana lunge here. And then you can take your strap behind your back and over toward the outer right leg so that you can make a little bind here. Now if you don't need the strap, you don't have to use it. You can just let it go. If you can maintain your bind, awesome. We're going to put now a little bend into the left knee so that we can hop or slide the right foot over to the left. And then perch onto the ball of the right foot. Now this can be your pose. It's a real funky position. You can work on breathing and balancing here. If you want to add on a little bit, just find a gaze that can be steadied forward slightly, and then slowly begin to press that left leg to straight as you come up to stand. You want to really open the chest just like we were doing in our bound side angle. Both legs are strong and active. This can be your bird of paradise right here, or you can experiment with straightening the leg out to the side. No gold stars come with it, no magic comes into the pose if you do that. So it's just another way to challenge your balance, to deepen your awareness. Let's take one more breath wherever you are. And then slowly release. We'll all come into a wide leg standing pose. As you come here, just let the arms drape alongside the body, releasing some of that bound up tension. We'll begin to swing the torso in a circular motion. So just letting the arms kind of drape, just swing like a little rag doll. And maybe as you build your momentum, you kind of give your shoulders a little tap. Just letting all of that pent up tension release. And then slowing your pace. Eventually coming back to center here. We'll lift the arms to the sky. And then we'll waterfall the hands down and around toward the top of the mat. Left knee taps to the earth. Begin to open out into a little monkey twist here. Maybe right hand to right knee, right hand behind you to the ankle. Doesn't matter, just find your version. And then from here, slowly, just make your way through a vinyasa if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can go straight back to your downward facing. We'll just go to the other side here. So when you're ready, left leg lifts high. Maybe bend the knee, open the hip if it feels nice. And then square the hip off, breathe in. Exhale, step the foot through and between the hands. Once you've got the foot through, now bring the hands to the inside of the foot, preparing for a little lizard pose here. Let the hips sink, heart reach, breathe in deep. As you breathe out, shift around to the back of the mat into your Skandasana lunge. Hang into this pose for a moment, just letting this inner leg release. Now you know where we're headed. But try to stay present. When you're ready, coming forward, now preparing with our runner's lunge for crescent. Hands to either side of the foot, inner legs engage. Inhale, rise to stand, arms lift. Begin to grab a hold of either elbow really gently. Take an inhale to prepare, and then exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, come to center, and exhale, lean to the right. Inhale to center, and as you exhale, cactus the elbows, bend the right knee, and drop it down to a hover. Lift your chest, open the heart. Soften your jaw, take one more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the back leg, and exhale, lean forward into arrow lunge with cactus elbows. We'll create those pulses when you're ready. Take a full breath in and out. And then pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, rise up and open, coming into your reverse triangle. Left arm lifts up and back. Take a bonus inhale here. Exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands through the long edge of the mat, coming into your side lunge into the right knee. Creating a flow here, moving through this a couple more times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side lunge. One more time, inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, come forward, lift up and open to your reverse triangle. Exhale, move into triangle pose. Left hand to the shin. Right hand up, or maybe drop it behind your back. Getting that half bind if it feels good. Maybe let your head hang toward the floor slightly. One more breath. Put a little bend into your left knee. You can prop your left elbow onto the thigh here once more, or you can go for your full bind with or without your strap. Try to keep your chest open. Back foot is really strong and active, rooting into the earth. One more breath. And then we'll slowly release, coming up into your reverse triangle. Breathe in. And then move to the long edge of the mat. We'll walk around all the way to the back of the mat. Right leg is forward, coming into your pyramid pose. Right hand to the hip crease. Inhale, peel your chest up. And exhale, fold it in. Hang out here for another couple of breaths. Your next inhale, we'll pivot around to the long edge of the mat. Wide leg stance. Again, you can stay here. This can totally be your pose. Settling in. If you want to go a little deeper to the left leg, walk your hands around to the pinky edge of that foot and just fold in that direction, opening the right side body as you move into this position. Breath is still deep. If you want to work your way toward bird of paradise, walk your hands forward once more, put a little bend into the left knee, and then snug left shoulder to inner left leg. Left arm might thread underneath you. You can just stay here, working this position, building strength and awareness. If you want to add on your bind, right arm behind your back, maybe take your strap with you, or you can link your fingers, if that's accessible. And from here, we'll begin to just put a bend into the right knee, hop over to the right so you can come onto the ball of the left foot. Reposition your bind if you need to. Really root down through the four corners of the right foot. And then slowly, over time, make your way up to stand. Keeping the legs strong and active. You decide if you want to experiment with straightening the leg or keep it bent. We all have a good side number one and number two, so give yourself grace for where this feels more or less challenging. Take one more breath wherever you've gone. And we'll all gently release and come into our wide leg standing position. Draping the arms at the sides and then find your rotation through the torso, building that momentum, releasing the pressure. Breath still moves. And then slowing your pace. Once the pace has come back down, go ahead and cartwheel the hands around to the top of the mat. Coming into your monkey twist, right knee taps down, left knee might drop out as you come open there. You can add the bind with the back foot if you wish. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And with this last one, slowly release. You decide to flow or not to flow. Keep it simple or fancy it up. We all meet back in our down dog for a cleansing breath. Breathe in. Let it go. Go ahead and tap the knees to the earth, hips to the heels, child's pose. Slowly come up to seated. When you're ready, hands come together at the heart. Feel the heart beating. This moment of simplicity. After all is said and done, just reconnecting with your intention and with your breath. Notice the awareness you've built. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for another Fancy Flow. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the sequence, drop them in the comments below.